What's up, y'all? It's Ty. In this video today, we're going to be going over talking about each and every one of the new Legends cards added into College Football 25 Ultimate Team. Talking about who is worth you guys picking up. Now, briefly, do want to say some guys that should get cheaper are these past Legends cards. So, like Newton should get cheaper, Thunny should get cheaper, McCourty should get cheaper, Alfred Morris should get cheaper, Tariq Woolen should get cheaper. All of these cards that we have seen in the past should slightly go down in price. But let's get into it. Up first, Greg Rossiao up first. 89 speed, 89 acceleration, 91 overall, 90 block shed. I mean, the problem I got with this card at every overall is he doesn't get after the quarterback that well, but good speed combined with a solid block shed. He does some things at 6'7" on the field that other guys don't do, especially with that speed acceleration. Corey Coleman, 91 overall. Honestly, I'd never recommend you guys picking up the 91 overalls. I mean, as they do go up the ranks, they'll get better and better. He's fine for a 91 overall, but there's just nothing that really stands out about the card. Greg up next, 92 overall, 89 speed, 90 acceleration, 91 block shed. Like I said, for like a budget run stopper, so let's say you don't have a bunch of coins, you struggle stopping the run, he's fine. Not going to get after the quarterback super well, though, so as long as you know that, it is what it is. Corey Coleman up next, 92 speed, decent route runner, decent carrying, good spin, good juke. Nothing negative I can say about him. Now, you can see based on past prices here, the best value of these cards is going to be the 93 overall. For like, slightly more expensive than the 92. Basically, 10,000 more coins per card, you can get the 93 overall, which is honestly the cards I'd spend up on. 89 speed, 91 acceleration, 92 block shed, 90 change of direction. At 6'7", this card does some things really well, but again, power moves, finesse moves, just not very high, which does hurt the card. But overall, I don't mind him at a 93 overall. For Corey Coleman, 93 speed, route running solid, 91 carrying, good spin, good juke, 91 change direction. I think Corey Coleman's going to be good at every overall. Is he perfect? No, but he does get that gold cutter as well, which can help him get open. Next up, 94 overalls. Here you're looking at like 50,000 coins to do see a decent bump. 89 speed, 91 acceleration. Those stats are the same. Keep that in your mind. 93 block shed, 85 power move. Starts to get after the quarterback slightly better, but the speed acceleration stay the same at that 94 overall. 94 Corey Coleman up next. You guys can see it. 94 speed, route running solid, good spin, good juke, 92 change direction. Again, solid card for Corey Coleman. Nothing negative I can honestly say. Next up, we see some 96 overall. Greg up first. 91 speed, 94 acceleration, 95 block shed. Again, getting after the quarterback, not great. But the more I look at this card, the more I don't mind it. Honestly, good change of direction. Super fast. I mean, quick jump on gold. I like this card. Like, honestly, I didn't at first, but the more I'm looking at him, the more I'm like, all gold abilities on him. Sign me up for Greg now. I mean, I didn't know if he would get those all gold abilities or not. He does. With 91 speed, 94 acceleration, he's going to scream after the quarterback. He's going to. If you need quick jump on your ends, Greg is going to be a stud. Wish his zone coverage was better because you could occasionally drop him into zone coverage with a good change direction, super tall, but it's a different story. Christian Darrisaw up next, 96 strength, good pass blocker, good run blocker. There's just not a lot of flaws in this card. I think this card is super solid. Spread chemistry, that's what I run. Does get quick drop on gold if that's what you want to give him. This card's good. I mean, I can't sit up here and say anything really negative about him whatsoever. So I think, again, I think this card is going to be a really, really, really solid card in this game. Definitely a card that, again, if you run that spread chemistry, probably your best left tackle to pick up. Next up, Corey Coleman. I want to see his abilities first off, and then we'll go talk about his stats here. Ability-wise for Corey Coleman does get gold takeoff. One of the only couple receivers in the entire game that can get that gold takeoff. So gold takeoff, 96 speed, 95 deep route running, 94 carrying, good in the open field. He's got to be one of your best wide receivers in the game. And I'm gonna break it down like this, because if you just go look at some of your top wide receivers in the game, which I'm going to show you guys to hype up Corey Coleman, let's look at some of your best Wait, why are these guys all 80 overalls? I'm confused. Oh, ascending. Okay, so we need to go to descending. But let's look at these abilities. So, like, even for Ryan Williams, yes, Ryan Williams has that 97 speed. But when you go look at his abilities, only takeoff on a silver. You go look at John Ross, he has takeoff on gold, which is why he is probably your best receiver in the game right now. But, you know, a lot of these top receivers only get takeoff on gold. And so that's the one thing I'm trying to hit on, is the fact that, guess what? For the card today, in Corey Coleman, he gets takeoff on gold, which is just a massive deal because even all these other top receivers only get it on silver. So definitely do like the fact that Corey Coleman does get that gold, those gold abilities. That is a big time deal for the 96 overall Corey Coleman. Then we see Tyree Wilson up next, right outside linebacker. Now, he fits my chemistry. I like what he gives me, and he gets quick jump on gold. I was hoping that he would get these gold abilities. He does. 6'6", 93 speed, 94 acceleration, good block shed, gets after the quarterback, 89 change of direction, 87 zone coverage. He is by far and away the best outside linebacker in the entire game. It's literally not close. I'm telling you, it's at the right outside linebacker position with those all gold abilities. I should say this, if you drop your outside linebackers into coverage, I mean, there might be some better cards, but again, as far as getting after the quarterback, he is by far and away the best. I genuinely do not think it is close because even dropping into coverage, remember, he's 6'6", and does that at a very high level. The best right outside linebacker in the game. Then we see jarius Sneed, and if we know anything, he's probably going to see all gold abilities. So you got 97 speed with 98 man coverage, and he's probably going to get gold blanket coverage. I mean, holy cow, gets gold blanket coverage. I mean, good luck. That's all I'm going to say. Good luck against jarius Sneed. This card is going to be so tough to get open against. I'm just throwing that out there because if you play man coverage with those gold abilities, he's going to be tough. Then you see Patrick Mahomes up last. 93 speed. Accuracy stats look good. 93 carrying. Good spin. Good juke. Ability-wise, let's see what he looks at. Dot on gold. Magician on gold. Extender on gold. Mobile resistance on platinum. Workhorse on gold. Patrick Mahomes is good, guys. Patrick Mahomes is really, really, really solid. Now, I mean, again, I feel like right now at the quarterback position, we've got a lot of good quarterbacks. And so, am I going to sit here and, say Mahomes is the best? He's got 97 throw accuracy, throws a tight spiral. He doesn't throw the ball away. Gosh, it's tough for me not to say Mahomes is the best. Because if you're looking at some of the top quarterbacks in the game, I mean, maybe you could argue Drew Aller is still better because Drew Aller does have that 95 speed. I do think Drew Aller is slightly better, but it's not by much. Same thing with Morton. Is Morton better than Mahomes? I mean, probably, but it's by such a slight margin. And so, like, even if we break down the quarterback position, let's talk about Drew Aller for a second because I've got him. If you go and look at Drew Aller, again, he fits, I can change his chemistry. He gives you that ×2 boost. As far as abilities, he gets them on gold. Only workhorse on silver, so that's something Mahomes does have. And he only gets dot on silver as well. So again, Mahomes gets those on gold. So again, ability-wise, Mahomes might be slightly better. It's not one size fits all. Remember, for Mahomes, you can't change his scheme as well. Or at least I don't think you can. I better go look and see if you can change the scheme on these Legends cards. Because if you can change the scheme on these Legends cards, we might need to have a whole different conversation here, which, again, it wouldn't surprise me if you could. But I do think for Patrick Mahomes, it is customizable. So you can change the, you can change the schemes on them too. At least the LTDs. I don't know about the, and I'll look for the other Legends cards, but at least for the LTDs on these Legend cards, you can change the scheme. So let's say you run man coverage and you don't run that 4-3 scheme, you can change them on these new Legends cards. So at least the LTDs, which I think is a big time deal. Now, as far as the non-LTDs, again, ability-wise, they are good. As far as here, you can't change their scheme. So it's only the LTDs that you are going to be able to change the scheme of. Now, what is this going to do to the auction house? Well, it's tough because the quarterbacks, I mean, you can only have one quarterback. You can only run one quarterback. And again, is Mahomes better than a lot of these guys? I think a lot of them are on the same type of level. Now, as far as I'm concerned, these new Legends cards should be pretty expensive because they are good. Corey Coleman, I think for $350, and I'm going to say I don't even think that's a bad price to pay. Now, again, Hey, that's me. He fits my scheme. Oh, wait, they changed it? I swear last night Corey Coleman was spread scheme. No, he's air raid scheme, so he actually doesn't fit my scheme. I was wrong on that air raid scheme for him. Honestly, I could have swore last night I saw him spread scheme, but I mean, I'm wrong on that, so it doesn't fit my scheme, so not worth it. Obviously, Patrick Mahomes is going to be pretty expensive today. You look at the defensive side of the ball, some of these cards should be getting somewhat cheaper, but again, jarius Sneed should be expensive all day long, basically. Now, as far as the 94 and 95s, these are still cards that are really good. Like Tariq Woolen's 94 is still a really solid value. Newton's 94 is solid for his price. Alfred Morris, Joe Thuney, all these cards are pretty solid for their overall specifically. So find some guys that fit what you're wanting them to do on the field. Again, if you want Patrick Mahomes, do what you got to do. Is he worth it? I mean, again, that's totally up to you guys. I just think right now we've got a lot of good cards in the game. Now, again, like I said, as far as Woolen, his price should go down throughout today. Newton should get a lot of cheaper. Even a guy like Devin McCourty should lose some value today. So hopefully you can find the guys that you want to pick up for a solid value. The outside linebacker is by far and away the guy that I want to pick up the most. Number one, because he fits what I want to do on the field. Number two, I think the card is the best outside linebacker in the entire game. That's going to wrap it up for our video today. Let me know your thoughts on the new cards down below in the comments. Drop a like on it, subscribe if you are new, and as always, man, I love you guys. Have a blessed day.